Yo, what's going on? And welcome to some Pokemon Unbound. Now, it's been a while since I played any Pokemon. I think the last time that I played on the channel was for Pokemon Sword. Um, and I felt kind of like I was done with Pokemon after that. That was like the first game I didn't really play any of the end game. I finished the game and I was like, alright, that's it, I guess. And I thought I probably wasn't going to play any Pokemon for a while. But here we are. I've seen some people playing some custom-made Pokemon games, and I started to get interested again, and I decided to give this one a try because I've heard good things about it. I've been playing a different custom-made Pokemon game on my own time and having fun with that, so I've kind of been back in a Pokemon mood. So I thought we'd go ahead and give this one a try because I didn't really have any other games that I was looking forward to making videos of anyways right now. So we're gonna go ahead and give this a try. Pokemon Unbound should be interesting because it's gonna be harder than your average Pokemon adventure. A new world. I'll go ahead and read through this stuff. I did make sure that it all works. So I've done some of the options, so we'll try and get through it real quickly again. Welcome to Pokemon Unbound. Before you begin playing, please be aware. Oh, yeah, I didn't pay money for this. That's okay. Don't worry about it. Speak to people and check things wherever you go, be it towns, roads, or caves. The world and its people are alive. As you grow, they will grow along with you. With that in mind, you are almost ready to enter the Borrius region. But first, so the Borrius region, obviously not a region that we've visited in Pokemon, as far as I know. So it should be completely different. Now I did go through the character creator before just so I'd know like what options I would pick. We're gonna go with a girl, like normal. Just a normal skin color. Then I went with that hair color. I think I kept the jacket the same. I like the red color. And then for the trim, I chose like a white trim. That one right there. And then that's who we're gonna play as. And then of course we're gonna have our normal name. I like that it auto switches to lowercase. And if you're wondering, this is based off of Fire Red version. Um, but I might just link how to get this in the description below if you want to try it as well. But I'm sure a lot of people watching this have probably are or already know about it or they've already tried it themselves. I went through this questionnaire. This is my first time playing this. We're not using any of those. I do not forget to save often. I guess we'll go with challenging puzzles. Um, has been set to challenging. Okay. Apparently we can change that. I do know about the common type matchups. I also know most Pokemon's types. Some of them I get a little bit confused about, especially since ever since they added in Fairy and they changed some Pokemon to be Fairy. I sometimes forget about those. Um, no, I don't want a more casual experience. I think the other draw that I've had to these is the difficulty spike. It's definitely, it gets tedious in regular Pokemon, just fighting all the trainers. No one actually provides a challenge of any sort. You have to use very little strategy. You just kind of click buttons and win. Are you okay training a new Pokemon for your team every so often? Yes. You know about EVs and IVs and like factoring them in. See, this one I was kind of like, I don't know how to answer this because obviously I know about EVs and IVs. Do I like factoring them in? Kind of. Am I going to like go super hard for it? No. So I'm gonna say yes to this and I'm gonna say no to the next one. Are you okay grinding for EVs? I do not want to grind for EVs. I don't know if that is actually going to matter. Because as far as I saw, there's only two difficulties, which is difficult and vanilla. So we're on the harder difficulty, which is what it picked for us. And we can change it at any time, apparently. Game's difficulty has been set to difficult. Feel free to switch between vanilla and difficult at any point using the options menu. Do you like to enable an optional hard level cap? Okay, so this apparently makes it so once you reach a certain level, depending on how far you are in the game, you can't gain experience anymore. So we'll go ahead and activate that just so we can't become over leveled. Um, and that'll force us to use our lower level Pokemon to get them up to that same level. Or if everything is over leveled, then we just won't get XP until we get to a new milestone. Long ago, Borrius Region was engulfed by a great war with a foreign land. It was a brutal war, one which lasted many years. During that time, the enemy managed to seize the upper hand. Ah yes, high quality battling going on here. On the brink of defeat, the Borean king summoned a dark force to help turn the tides of battle. The foreign army's advantage was lost almost instantly. As soon as it entered the battlefield, the dark force used its power to create portals and transport the invading army back home. With the foreign army gone, the war seemed at an end for Borrius. However, their king, overcome by his lust for power, sent the Borean army through the portals as well. The war continued to rage in the foreign land for several years. Many more men and Pokemon were conscripted to fight and inevitably met their end on the battlefield. One such Pokemon, having been a dear friend of the enemy king. Overcome with grief, the king built a device to restore its life, granting himself immortality in the process. But is his valuable Pokemon a Flabebe? But this traumatic event left him scarred and filled with anger. Unable to forgive the world that had hurt his previous Pokemon, he turned his machine into a giant weapon, the ultimate weapon. King became a bringer of destruction that ended the war. With the war over, what little remained of the Borean army returned home. The king's Pokemon left him and the battlefield became silent. Yet peace was still to come. Enraged over the fruitless war fought, survivors of the war wished for ample compensation from the Borean king. When he had nothing to offer them, they began to manipulate the dark force to attack the Borean kingdom in an attempt to coup. In an effort to stop the madness, the Borean king gathered the legendary Pokemon Articuno, Zapdos, Moltres. Using the power of the three birds, a prison was activated for the dark force, sealing its power. It became a shadow of its former self. Stripped of its power, it was taken in by the king and supervised by his progeny until one fateful day, 16 years ago. Hoopa. I worry, old friend, for the future, for if know when she arrives. I won't be able to protect you if she tries something. She will try something. It's a matter of what it will be. That's why, my friend, you must go into hiding. I'll send your Pokeball adrift amidst the waves. You'll surely be safer lost at sea than if you were to remain with me. If I'm wrong and nothing happens, I'll call you back. But if this is to be our final time together, protect my daughter if she is ever in danger. And in turn, should the wrong sort try to force your true power free, then trust her to protect you. Farewell, my good friend. It's gone. So you came after all. Let's get this over with. 15 years later. There's a lot of story at the beginning of this, but we'll get into it. How could I fulfill Grandpa's wish if I cannot catch a single Pokemon? I promised him. I promised I would finish the war, but right now, I can't even begin to fathom the possibility. Whatever should I do? A Pokeball? Here, now? This Pokemon. It can't be. Ooh. Ha ha ha. It appears, Grandpa, there may be a way after all. It is time for destruction to engulf the land, and for the eternal flower to bloom once again. I don't really know what's going on here. What is this? Pokemon Unbound. Present day. Okay, so this is us. Oh, here's Hoopa. And he's teleported us into somewhere. What the? How did you get in here? Quick, scientist, what are you standing around for? Grab her. Knock her out and lock her up in the warehouse. Zeph is going to freak out when he hears about this. Oh, hey, Hoopa. Thanks for getting me knocked out. That was real cool of you. He is unconscious, Hoopa. Stop. Have I not told you countless times to stay out of my cube space? Unless you have express permission? I'm aware you cannot travel through your rings anymore, but that does not give you the right to disobey me. And were you the one responsible for bringing her here? I do not know what you wanted her for, but you have been a repeated nuisance ever since I found you on that beach last year. I may not be your true guardian, but I am your trainer now. As your trainer, I order you to cease these immature antics of yours. Now. What a bother. Wait. Now that I think about it, I could work with this. Okay, so we can move now. Cool thing about this that I saw, because I got to this part, I didn't read any of the story up until now, but you kind of just like run normally, and if you hold B, then you walk, which I kind of like because I was just gonna run anyways all the time. Let's go ahead and start off saving, just in case. I mean, there probably is a risk that like something like this could crash, but I haven't had any problems. And then we need to look at the options. So here, puzzle difficulty's fine, auto item sort. I think we'll do it by name. That makes sense. Quick HMs. HMs can be used quicker in the field. Yeah, that seems good. Frame. I like this frame. This one looks good, but we can always change it if we need. Some more options. Battle effects, we'll keep those on. Battle style. Now, here's the one where most Pokemon games automatically have this on, and it honestly makes the game a lot easier. So I think in the future, even if I play the new Pokemon game when it comes out in a few months, I would probably play it on set. Because in normal Pokemon, if you're aware, when you knock out a Pokemon, you automatically get to pick a new Pokemon to send in. And it tells you what they're going to send out, which just makes the game ridiculously easy, right? Because you can just send in something that has an advantage against them. Whereas if you go this one, it's more like competitive Pokemon, where you don't get that free switch. So they instead get the advantage where they send in something that's good against what you have, and you have to decide either to stay in or to switch out. Difficult battle level. Item restrictions. Now, I'm not a big item user. Usually I don't use items in battle, and I rarely use items out of battle. I'm pretty bad about that. This might require us to use more items. I'm gonna leave it at no restrictions for now, just because I don't really use that many items to begin with. Capped XP is what we want. Quick run's fine. Yeah, fast messages. What is this? Battle messages play with less delay. Yeah, we probably want that. Pokemon types are shown when attacking. That would kind of be useful just because I'm not familiar with some of the... Well, I guess this only goes to Generation 6 as far as I know. I should be fairly familiar with them. Why don't we turn this on for now, just because I want to know what that means. I don't know if it's going to show me the types of the move or the types of the Pokemon. It's a little bit unclear. It seems like the types of the Pokemon. Nickname offer. Offer to nickname a caught Pokemon. I think for this, I'm not going to nickname Pokemon. Just because it takes me a lot of effort to give them good names, and so we're just not going to do that. Put a caught Pokemon's item in the cube. I think prompt is good. And I think sound stuff is all fine. Hopefully the sound is good. I guess we should probably save again now that we went through all the settings. Now, obviously with this being a custom game, we can do stuff like, we can essentially cheat, we can speed up the game. Wait, oh, it's still letting me move. But we can speed up the game, motion. If it feels kind of slow, which is something that I've been doing on one of the other playthroughs that I've done, that's a lot more like normal Fire Red, so I know a lot of the stuff already. Door requires a keycard clearance level 2. We probably don't want to get caught by that guy, but I don't know if there's going to be an option. But yeah, we do have that option to speed up the game if we're grinding or something. I don't know how much we're going to have to grind. I also don't know if I should grind in the video. I guess I probably should, but we'll see how we handle it. And anyone watching can let me know what they would want to see. Likely some people know what happens in the game, so they could be like, yeah, you're going to have to grind a lot, so maybe don't grind in the video, or it's not going to take that much time to grind, or just like fast forward like 2 times speed, 4 times speed, something like that for grinding. You can let me know, or I'll just figure it out on my own. Keeping me locked up in here? You'd better let me through right now, or you're gonna feel my wrath. Back off, kid. I'm under strict orders to keep you locked up. I don't remember the name of that Pokemon, the little tiny squid thing. Is that like Inky or something? So scram unless you want to feel my wrath. Smart choice. Far away from this door and you won't regret it. Huh? Who are you? It's Elixia, huh? Where'd you come from? Pretty sure I was by myself when they threw me in here. Huh, you're saying you got sucked in here by a magic portal? Get out of here. That's a pretty dramatic entrance. Hey, those clothes. Do you live in Frozen Heights? Well, that explains it. I just moved in and I guess I never found the time to say hi to the neighbors. Well, even if what happened to you sounds unbelievable, fact is we're both stuck in here. Say, I was thinking, we both want an escape, right? How about we buddy up and look for a way out together? The door back there is a bust with that guard in the way. If we put our heads together, we can think of something else. Oh yeah, I guess I should introduce myself now that we're partners. My name is... Oh, I have to choose his name? Is there a default name? What happens if I do this? His name is Ace? That's fine. My name's Ace. I'm looking for my parents, and I thought these people would have a lead on them. And, well, you can see they hate it when people go snooping. Wonder what you ever did to them, though. I could find out when we've both ditched this place. For now, we'd better start looking for another exit, so let's move. Now, I don't know what generation of starters they're going to be. If it's going to be, like, mixed. Store requires a keycard. So that ain't it. I don't know what he wants me to... Like, I explored before... Ooh, a repel. I explored before he wanted me to find another way out. There ain't no other way out. Did you hear that? It sounded like Pokemon are trapped in the cage over there. Go check it out. Yeah, I mean, I already... The lock appears to be fragile. Break it. Yeah, sure. Cage door swung open. Ooh, a Gibble, a Larvitar, and a Beldum. Are these the starters? Like, these Pokemon are grateful and want to join us. If we each take one and put them in these Pokeballs I picked up, we can use them to attack the guard and escape. So what are you waiting for? Go ahead and choose a Pokemon. Oh, jeez. This is a tough choice. I like all of these, honestly. These are pretty cool starters. I assume they're all gonna get megas. I think are in this version. I feel like I gotta go with... I think I'm gonna not do Beldum because I'm using Beldum in the other playthrough that I'm playing right now. I do like Metagross. He's pretty cool. So it's between these two, huh? That's a tough one. I like both of them, Garchomp and Tyranitar. My question would be is the Tyranitar gonna have the ability to make sand immediately? Because if it does, then it could hurt the rest of my team. Ah, oh, that's so difficult. But I do love dragons, so I think I'm gonna go with Gible. Yeah, I'm gonna take Gible. Oh wait, it tells you a little bit about him. Yeah, I think the disadvantage of taking Beldum here would be that it's slow. Larvitar is probably in between, whereas I think Gible's gonna end up being the fastest, which could probably help us a lot. Careful. Wait, that's really bad, right? Hold up. Isn't that like minus attack or something? Disheartened, the Beldum left. Now that we have our Pokemon, let's head back to the exit. We'll force our way out of here. Hold up, hold up. How much info do we get? Oh, it's minus special attack. Okay. Also, so looking at this screen, obviously I've never played a version like this, but you can see blue is the stat that's lowered, whereas red is the stat that's increased based off of your nature here. It has berry juice. Does that auto-activate? I think it does when you get to low health. But you can see here there's this list of grades, essentially. And I think that means that it's related to the IVs. I'm not sure how well it correlates. Obviously, the max amount of IVs normally is 31. And I assume every single grade can have both a minus and a plus. Then we have S, A, B, C, D, E. I don't know if there's an F. So that would give us 6 grades. If we multiply that by 3, that's 18. So maybe each one could be like 2 IVs or something. So I don't know if S is like 31 or if there's an S plus. But the fact that our attack is that high is really good. Our speed's kind of potato, but I think this is fine. We got Metal Claw to start as well, huh? Interesting. Alright. That's fine. As long as it's not... I was gonna probably reset if it was literally like a negative attacking nature, because then we'd be in for a bad time, right? But as long as it doesn't affect the stats that I need, then we'll be okay. Oh, I keep forgetting not to hold B. Every time I walk, it means I'm holding B to try and run. I told you before, I'm under strict orders to keep you locked up. Hey, you don't really have a choice anymore. You're gonna let us out or you're gonna get your sorry butt handed to you. Quit fooling yourself. There's nothing you can do to make me let you through. Let's team up and show this guy what we can do. You both are really starting to get on my nerves. Inky, Scruffy. Show them why you don't mess with the shadows. So I also think maybe for this, because for Elden Ring we did like super long episodes. I think for this I'm generally going to do like 30-minute episodes, but for the intro we might do like an hour. So does he have Intimidate? I can't remember if Scruffy gets Intimidate or not. Okay, so that's what it means by show their types when you're picking a move. Now, of course, you gotta know what that stuff means. It looks like Inky is Dark Psychic, which I knew. Scruffy is Poison Bug, which I also knew. So Gibble's already Ground type? I actually didn't realize that was Ground, especially since when we were picking at the start, it was like, do you want the Dragon type? It didn't say Dragon Ground. What do we want to do here? Honestly, I have trouble sometimes knowing what Steel is actually good against. I know Steel is good against Fairy, and I know it's good against Rock. What's gonna hit harder here? Can we look at our moves real quick? Okay, so Tackle's down to 40 power. I think the game that I was playing, Tackle was 50 power. So Metal Claw's gonna hit harder. Neither of them are stab. So I guess Larvitar probably doesn't. Wait, we can look at his Larvitar too. Sorry, if I'm doing way too much stuff that doesn't really matter. He got a timid Larvitar? That sucks. I guess he's going, but he got A- across the board, which is kind of funny. Oh, he has Bite, so he's gonna... Well, Dark is not very effective against Dark, right? So, but he'll probably go for the Inky, would be my guess. And I'm immune to his Sandstorm anyways if he uses that, so we'll go for Skorupi. Poison Sting, please don't poison me. Oh. Oh, I guess he does have a super effective. So yeah, I guess it's kind of funny that we get to see, because he's going to be our rival, would be my guess. We get to see that he has a negative attack nature. I can't help but notice that they're teaming up on me. Good thing I'm not taking any damage, but... They're just both going for me. They don't even care about this Larvitar. Larvitar is the one doing all the damage, though. Because it turns out Rock Throw is pretty strong. Well, there goes my berry juice. I can't help but feel that this is unfair. They forced me to use my item because they only target me. Heyo. Does he level up? It didn't show him leveling up. I knew it was a bad idea to lock them up in here. No, my Pokemon. Not bad, you and I make a pretty good team, but I'll take it from here. Let me use these items on your Pokemon to heal it from the fight. Larvitar, use Bite. Alright, I give up. I'll let you through. Please have mercy on me. Don't hurt me anymore, please. Larvitar, return. Getting out of here now. I'm sure you're capable of taking care of yourself from here on out. If you run into any trouble, just use your Pokemon. Oh, and one more thing. As soon as you get home, we're going to battle. You impressed me when we battled together, so I want to see how I'll fare against you. Till then, don't tire yourself out too much. It's kind of an interesting starting group of Pokemon, right? Like, they're all known for being fairly powerful, but they don't really have advantages over each other as much. I guess this Beldum doesn't have Levitate, so it's kind of at the biggest disadvantage if we had ground attacks. Oh, what? That guy, he just came out of nowhere. Oh, this is kind of funny. I think I saw someone do the very beginning of this game one time, and it almost feels like you're not the protagonist, because like all the trainers that you would have to fight your way through knocked out all of my Pokemon before I even had a chance to react. Now I can't even stop you from escaping. Because, like, he just kind of beat everybody. So you don't have to worry about it. Now burn it. As you observe, these specimens are completely immune to extreme cold and extreme heat. What about the immunity to electricity? We have yet to complete that, sir. It is difficult to enhance the specimens quickly when we have our external research as well. Very well, this will do for now. Ah, Marlon, perfect timing. We're moving up our timetable. I'm unsure as to why, but our target seems to have relocated to our vicinity earlier than anticipated. The Shadow Warriors enhanced and the package we need arriving. Today we can begin the operation. Understood. There's just one more thing we need to discuss before heading out. The trespassers we locked up in the warehouse have escaped. This grunt over here let them get away. How bad is it? What did those two see? The first one, the boy with the red hair, saw nothing relevant. The second one, however, If Faye finds out that she was in the lab, she will insist on relocating in the middle of our operation. You know that's time and resources we can't afford. To make sure Faye doesn't find out what happened. Our priority right now is obtaining the package needed for the mission. We'll deal with that second one who escaped at a later time. Understood. I have a plan to obtain that package, and it'll even allow this failure of a grunt here to redeem himself. Once I have it, I'll head straight for the target. Then good luck, Marlon. Is that how you're supposed to say his name, Marlon? Marlon? Close. We're getting so close. Soon it won't be long before that power finally becomes ours. The door has been forced shut behind you. I didn't even go through the door. That's unfair. I was going to explore. Okay, we got ice puzzle. Seems like... you need to be able... I'm trying to figure out how I could get to the right here, but I don't think it's possible. Yeah, I don't think it's possible without being able to smash that rock. Seems like you gotta go here. You finally made it out. Have you met Old Man Log yet? He's supposed to be an expert on Pokemon stats or whatever. I just filled him in on what happened. I study all aspects of Pokemon stats and capture rates. My title is Professor, not Old Man. Wait, his name is Log? That's kind of funny because if you know Pokemon, you know that all the professors are named after trees. This guy's just named Log. Good grief, I don't know how many times I've had to remind you of that. Anyway, that must have been quite the ordeal you both went through. I'm relieved to see both of you are unharmed. And you've both even managed to acquire your own Pokemon, it seems. Not to mention, they're quite rare ones at that. I was planning on giving Ace a Pokemon of his own someday. But now I don't have to. Ho ho ho! Someday? I've been here a whole week and you made it sound like I was gonna get one any day now. Well, of course, I was always going to give you one. There are plenty of errands I'm too old to run myself after all. It's just that, well, you seem to be insistent on going off on your own to look for your parents. I keep telling you, no one has seen them in years. Even if they are somehow still in Borrius, finding them is much too big of a task for you alone. I was waiting for you to accept that fact before giving you your own Pokemon, but you refused to listen to me. I'm more than capable of doing it on my own, old man. You may be my legal guardian or whatever in Borrius, but you sure don't know anything about me. I'm strong enough to fend for myself. When I see my parents, they'll see just how strong I really am. Just like you're about to. Come on, I said I owed you a battle before, so let me show you both how a real trainer does it. So, I mean, wouldn't logically he be really strong right now, though? Because he should have gotten XP from the starting fight. And he fought 3 trainers to escape, so he should be like level 13 or something. But apparently they're holding him back. Oh, it tells you if the move is good or not very effective, huh? Interesting. I mean, that might be useful to keep on. It's not like it's hugely cheating, right? You could just look it up if you wanted to. I mean, I knew that steel was good against rock. However, if he flinches me to death, that's going to be a problem. Okay. You defeated rival Ace. What? I lost? Got 400 Poke for winning. That was a fine battle. Very enthralling, if I do say so myself. Shh. No one cares how it made you feel, old man. I only care about how strong it made our Pokemon. Well, from what I can see, your Pokemon do have some nice stats. I see potential for them to become strong Pokemon someday. Finally, the first useful thing you've said all day, and it's gonna be the last, because I'm out of here. Now that I've got my own Pokemon, I refuse to just stick around and become some glorified errand boy. So long, old man. Well, he's certainly a handful, isn't he? And now that he's gone, who will run my errands for me? Ah, yes. You seem rather capable. Would you be willing to help an old man out with a little something? Yes, this is a splendid idea. Your father was well known for helping others after all. It's only fitting that his daughter would follow in his footsteps. As for the task in Bellintown at the Pokemart, I have a package waiting for me. I would go get it myself, but I'm a bit too busy with my own research, and so are all my assistant researchers. Don't worry, I already informed the clerk that someone would pick it up in my stead. Since you have your own Pokemon with you, it shouldn't be too difficult. Oh ho ho! But just in case, this repellent will make the journey easier for you. Obtained repel. Oh, and if you're going to be running errands for me, you could also assist me with another task. A fellow professor, Oak, asked me to give these out to 2 promising young trainers. It's some sort of encyclopedia for recording the data of Pokemon. Apparently, Borrius has plenty of Pokemon his own region lacks. Received the Pokedex from Professor Log. Personally, I don't mind if you record data in the Pokedex simply by seeing Pokemon. However, if you want complete data on Pokemon, including the base stats of each species, wait, you can see the base stats? That's kind of cool. The most important aspect about Pokemon, you'll need to catch them. So here are some tools for catching wild Pokemon. 5 Pokeballs. If you're unsure how to use them, I have a friend on Route 1 who can teach you the basics. If you're not in the mood for catching them, or your own Pokemon are too tired for the task, use that repel I gave you to keep them away as you walk through the tall grass. If you need anything else from me, I'll be in my lab. Before you go anywhere, you should head home and inform your mother. She'll likely be worried about you after your ordeal. Good luck. My studies are depending on you. Alright, let's get a save in. Then we probably need to heal as well. I'm kind of... Hold on, I want to see... What does it mean? I just want to see what it means by you can see the base stats. I guess we gotta find our Gibble on here. Okay, can't we do this? How many Pokemon are in this region? Wait, this Pokemon's not even part of this region? How come we started with a Pokemon that's not actually part of the region? What's up with that? Oh, there it is. Okay. I don't really remember... Is that right for base stats? I don't really remember how base stats work. I guess for a baby Pokemon, that's probably correct. I think they're based off of, like, what you would have with 0 IVs and 0 EVs at level 50 or something like that. There's a snowman. Oh, I forgot to save as well. I guess I'll also save on the thing that I'm actually playing this on. What happens if I do this? Oh, you could see that too. Interesting. Because you can't see when I pull up the menu. Save stuff. You can see that I saved it to state 1. Is this my house? I don't even know. Are you looking for Ace? He set out on a journey to find out what happened to our parents. They ditched us when we were kids and we haven't seen them since. That's odd. Okay, it's time to go. The list of things Ace is planning to do. Better get going. Oh, we don't get to read them? Ace's residence. North of here is the entrance to an underground highway. The only problem is that it's blocked by some skinny tree. I just wish I knew how to get past it. Okay, well. We don't have cut, so... Is it true you're leaving home? Don't forget to take any items out of your PC before you go. There's something irresistible about that sign. Don't walk away from these signs until you've read them completely. Every single one contains important information that will help you out during your adventure. Skipping text on these signs will likely cost you. What a great read. You can play ROM hacks with an in-game clock on almost any device. Yeah, I know. Sure. Welcome to the stat scanner. Using this device, not only can you view your Pokemon stats, you can also view the moves your Pokemon are able to learn. Ooh, that's cool. A real Pokemon needs this. Just press L and R to easily move between pages. Yeah, that's really neat. I don't know why real Pokemon doesn't have like in-depth menus like this. Wait, hold up. What is this doing? When I press left and right, it just switches back to Gibble. Maybe I could switch between my other Pokemon, I guess? Okay, so here it shows you which stats are up and which stats are down. Shows you how many EVs you've earned. Wait, you can only have 300 EVs? So why does it say poison? What does that mean? I am unsure. But anyways, we got 31 in attack. Kind of sucks that our special attack is the second highest because we're not going to use that at all. And our speed is kind of potato, but that's okay. What is it? You want this device for yourself? Yes? I'll have you know, Professor Log and I toiled day and night to create this device. You can't just go around handing it out to anyone, you know? However, if you were to satisfy part of Professor Log's request, they register at least 50 different species as captured. If you could do that, I will let you have this device. Oh. I think I did hear that there were like quests and stuff in this game, so that's kind of like a mini quest. You have a hidden stat potential that determines how well their stat grows. This potential is indicated by a letter grading in your Pokemon summary. S represents the very best, whereas E- represents the worst. Professor Log has spent many years. You should visit your mother before getting my package. She's likely worried about you. What are these Pokemon? Some rare item belonging to Professor Log. Okay. Let's go see if we can find my house then. What are you doing? I told you to check in with your mother. Don't look at me like that. Didn't your mother ever teach you to listen to your elders? Go see her. I don't know where she is. I mean, I guess not that way. We can't go up. It must be this. Oh, yep, this is my house. Just expect me to know where my house is? I ain't never been here before. Where have you been? I was really worried about you. Wow, that sounds awfully frightening. I'm really glad you're safe now. Before you do anything else, you should take a nice long rest. Don't you feel much better now, sweetie? Now you've got the energy to run Professor Log's errand for him. If I always knew the day would come when you would leave home. It said so on TV. If only your father could see you now, he'd be so proud. Well, if you're going to run Professor Log's errands, you'll need this. Super Cube Mission Log Component? That's a mission log function for your Super Cube. It keeps track of anything you've been asked to do. To use it, just open it from the start menu. Now that you have one, why don't we have it keep a record of Professor Log's request? Get Professor Log's package from the Bellintown Mart. Oh, and before I forget, you left a key component of your Super Cube on the floor of your room. I know it wasn't necessary before, but now that you have your very own Pokemon, you'll need it if you want to use those stat-boosting items in battle. Battle component. Just in case you've forgotten, the Super Cube acts just like a bag. But unlike those cheap bags from Pokemart that can only hold 42 items, the Super Cube, or as it's more commonly known, Cube, has an infinite amount of space. It works by digitizing the item's data put into it, so essentially it's like you can carry nothing extra at all. Or you're carrying nothing extra at all. And not only that, you can even automatically sort the cube by pressing start. Isn't that convenient? Of course, if you still think the cube is a little cluttered, even after sorting, just use L and R to move through it quickly. And now you can even use it to store this parting gift I've prepared. Costume box. Use it to change clothes as well as certain colors. That's a costume box. You can use it to change clothes at any point in your journey. I filled it with different colors for you to choose from, but if you find more outfits, make sure to store them in there as well. Stay safe out there, honey. Bring Professor Log his package. Okay, hold up. Here's the mission log. But it doesn't have that new mission. I guess we should go talk to that guy again and see if we can add that mission to it. UV3. Let's see if there's anything in our PC up here. Item. Withdraw. Ooh, a berry juice. By 20 points. Probably equip that because I don't know how difficult it's gonna be. It's a posted notice. If you're confused, ask for help. Talk to people. You should take a quick rest. Okay, so we can just use our mom to heal like normal. Let's go back to this place, see if we can get that mission again. You know your Pokemon. Okay, does that get added to my mission log? No. Okay. Guess we'll just have to remember. I mean, I'm sure we'll be back here, right? Alright, before we leave, I guess there's that other house. We'll probably go to that house real quick. I've never known why saving takes so long in these games. Ooh, he's got dots over his head. He probably has a mission. I heard from your mother that you're finally leaving town. This is very exciting news. Now, might I ask for a favor? I've been feeling a little under the weather lately, and I was hoping you could pick me up an antidote from the Pokemart. Wonderful, wonderful. Closest Pokemart is in Bellintown, and they should be well stocked up with antidotes. I assume I have to buy it with my own money? Off on an adventure, are we? In that case, let me impart a bit of wisdom. Sure. But with that mission log, you can record various requests from people. Complete a certain task some finite number of times. It may seem daunting at first, but these people really just want to know if you have satisfied their request at some point in your journey. Go on, keep exploring. You'll be amazed what kind of things you can accomplish while traveling. In fact, sometimes they will even make requests for things you have already done. In that case, you may ask them for a reward right away. Good luck on your journey. My grandma told me you're leaving Frozen Heights. It'll be so lonely around here with no one to play with. I'll miss you. Alright, let's get going. Can't read signs from the side. Frozen Heights, an island town on a frozen lake. Route 1, Snowy Mountain Pass. Wait, did that say something else afterwards? Oh yeah. Sorry, fell an avalanche caused some piles of snow to gather up on the road. If you want to, you have to take the old mountain road for now. Here's the old... Oh, this is a staircase. I didn't realize that was a staircase. Okay, fair. But yeah, we might play on 2 times speed. How do you get to that Pokeball? A Vanillite. I do like to catch like all Pokemon, so we might go on like a catching spree. Oh, that's weird. If it's the same, if it only has one type, then it shows the same type twice. Okay. Does this metal claw kill? Oh, okay. Well, we want to catch a Vanillite. The problem is Vanillite, if it has an ice move, is gonna murder us. How do you get that Pokeball? I don't see any direction you would be able to get it from. Am I crazy? What am I missing here? Oh, I think there's like, you can kind of see that there's 2 places that have like weird dirt on the side. Maybe you can climb up those with like rock climb or something. Oh, it's a Pokeball over there. Ice Heal. A Snorunt. This guy's a little bit tankier, right? He can probably survive a Metal Claw. Oh. He even got crit. Perfectly brought him into catching range. Now, another nice thing I like about playing the games like this, and you can let me know if you don't want me to do this. I won't do it right now. But you can kind of save, because I can save outside of the actual game, right? So I can save before I try and catch a Pokemon, which can save me Pokeballs and stuff, because I can just throw the same Pokeball over and over, which is kind of nice. I kind of like it because, in a way, I feel like catching Pokemon in these games is trivial, because you will catch it. It's more of a matter of time, like how much time it's going to take you, if you accidentally like crit the Pokemon or something. So like when I'm playing on my own, I like to save when the battle starts, just in case if I want to catch the thing, just in case I crit it and it dies immediately, so then I can restart and try again. Is that good? That's probably good, right? That's probably bad if we're gonna make him a Glalie. I wonder if we can make him a Frostlass, though. It's weird starting the game with ice Pokemon, right? Most games don't let you start with ice Pokemon. Is there anything over here? No. You want to just run and do a few more Pokemon and stuff. Okay, this one's level 9. He might live. Let's see if he survives the Metal Claw. Yeah, he does. They seem to not have very good moves, which is nice. So like here, I guess I might demonstrate it. Because it is a little bit cheesy, but... And you can't really see what I'm doing except for the fact that I saved to save state 3. Then I can throw the Pokeball. Now, it's actually probably got a high chance of succeeding. But even if it works, I'll just like demonstrate. So now it worked. I'll save. We don't need to save again. We'll just load again right before we threw the Pokeball, and we could just throw it again. And so it does have different results of throwing the Pokeball every single time, because it's determined after you throw the Pokeball if you catch it, not before you throw the Pokeball. So that's one thing that I like about playing the games like this, is it makes it so you don't have to worry that much about will I catch the Pokemon or whatever, or will I accidentally kill it, stuff like that. Am I going to waste a whole bunch of Pokeballs, which can get expensive and stuff. So it's just a good way to save money and focus more on the stuff that's more fun. That seems like a bad nature for you, but maybe it'll work out. I don't know what kind of moves the ice cream cone uses. but he apparently has a physical nature. So we're gonna hope that he learns physical moves. Okay, and we can one-shot this guy with a Metal Claw. Let's get some more XP. I wonder what kind of EVs this guy gives. Wait, what did that say about the XP at the end? Kill this guy. I want to read that message again. Luckily, they don't seem to have any ice moves right now because that would probably kill me. Because I'm 4 times weak to ice. Okay. The rest of your team gained EXP thanks to the EXP share. But it doesn't tell you how much XP they get, it just gains them XP. Wait, where was the EXP share? Is that something you can't turn off? Where? Game settings. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I want this. EXP gain. Capped EXP share. Okay, I get it. I didn't realize this was EXP share. I thought it was just capped EXP. You can either do regular, where you have to train each Pokemon separately. You can do EXP share, where everyone gains experience, or you can do capped. We'll do capped. Because I do kind of want them to level up. Okay, I assume it'll tell me if they do level up. It just doesn't tell me how much XP they get. I hate that you can only read signs from in front, honestly. Hold B to change the default movement speed. Press L to toggle auto run. Auto run has been disabled. Okay, I'd rather have that enabled. Snowy Mountain Pass. You must be Celixia. Professor Log phoned ahead and told me to guide you. You get lost. Bellintown is just over that way. You'd like me to show you how to capture a Pokemon? Prove you're capable by delivering Professor Log's package to him. Wait, I've already caught Pokemon, first of all? Oh, I didn't realize it would show me all this again. I thought maybe you'd have something different to say. The quiet town nestled deep in the mountains. Open the options menu to enable save prompts and quick HMs. If save prompts are turned on, you will be asked if you'd like to save before or after important events. Quick HMs are turned on, field moves can be used without needing confirmation each use. Maybe we should turn on, because if it's only save prompts, if it's only before and after big events, then that would make sense to probably have on. Where is save prompts? It was on the first page, wasn't it? Yeah, there it is. Oh, there's just ice in the middle of the town. Got you of a legendary ice-type Pokemon, Articuno. It says here that Articuno was once used to reinforce a seal on a great darkness, but now it likes to travel between Frost Mountain and Frozen Heights. I've been holding on to this egg for a while now. I think it's finally close to hatching. Any moment now, we will know which Pokemon is contained within. Nope, not yet. Come back later. Please don't disturb me, citizen. I'm on duty. There's a yellow Pokeball back there. Quest? I just don't know what to do. Every few days, this horrible Pokemon has been coming into my house and stealing my food. I could stop it if I had a Pokemon of my own, but unfortunately I have none. Oh, I just had an idea. Would you be able to? Oh, it's the Ice Sand Slash. I can't remember what region that is because I didn't play those games that much. There it is again. It's come to steal more food. Get away from my fridge. I'll stop it from leaving, Dad. It's gonna beat up your kid. Have you seen that thing? Wow, Daddy, it hurt me. It's alright, sweetie. Daddy's not gonna let that Pokemon hurt you anymore. If you could help me out and get my food back from that Pokemon, I'd be extremely grateful. Might be a little something in it for you as well. Hunt it down and recover what was stolen. Alright. Interesting. Oh, he's going north. Pokemon appears to be heading towards Icicle Cave. I don't think we can go to Icicle Cave yet, though. Yeah, those seem to be like rock climb things. See, there's one here. Yeah. And then you could go down and grab that Pokeball from behind. I see. But yeah, I don't think we can go to Icicle Cave yet, because I think that guy was blocking. It was built from scratch by none other than my father himself. In fact, I'll have you know that he travels around Borrius, building statues like this in many different towns. My father is so cool, but still not as cool as the weather here. Aha! His eyes are glued to the TV. You know there's a special Pokeball that heals Pokemon? When you capture a Pokemon, all damage done is undone. Here, try some. 5 heal balls. It might be useful early while we don't have a full party, so we can immediately use the Pokemon. Use them in good health. Haha, see what I did there? Okay, we're probably wrapping up here. But take a moment, check out the local facilities. Heals you for free, sells items for trainers. In most other towns, the 2 buildings can be distinguished by their unique red and blue colors. Yeah, except these are covered in snow, so you can't see anything. How much money do I have? 4,040. So we'll go a little bit just because I want to heal up my Pokemon and maybe actually go to the Pokemon. It's free of charge for trainers, so go right ahead and use it. Some facilities use the Pokemon known as Porygon instead. If you're in such a facility, keep an eye out for this Pokemon. Interesting. All Pokemon have special types, such as fire or water. These determine how well they stack up against other Pokemon. Pokemon types also give attacking moves a power boost if they match the type of that move. This is known as same type attack bonus, or stab. Moves with this bonus have a little plus symbol under their type in battle. Oh, that's good. See, I feel like this is what Pokemon games are missing. Like, first of all, this game obviously is bringing more difficulty to the table, but to make up for that is it kind of gives you all the information that's hidden in a regular Pokemon game. Pokemon centers heal your tired and weary Pokemon. They make all your Pokemon completely healthy again. Most are free, so don't be shy about healing your Pokemon. Why most? You're telling me there's some that aren't free? For those that aren't, well, there are always Chansey that can be found in the field. They're pink and look like this. Interesting. Porygons and Chanseys. Doing a survey on trainers. I'm collecting as many birthdays as I can. Want to participate? Sure, what's your birthday? Do I do my actual birthday? I'll make up a birthday. No. How do I... Oh, you go up and down. Okay, I'm just gonna make one up. This is like the normal fake birthday that I use. It's got a lot of 8s in it. Not that I need a fake birthday anymore, but... Yeah, sure. That means you're 23 years old. That is not correct, but sure. We'll put this tree in front of the town map. Okay, we don't have anything in here, right? How many boxes do we have? What does that mean? Preset. What's preset? You use that for something, but I don't remember what you use it for. I didn't look at... What are your IVs? Your IVs are okay. Your health sucks. Did I not heal my Pokemon? Okay, I'll take your Pokemon for a few seconds. Stay safe out there. Okay, so what's going on up here? Can you actually trade? It's me, Tila, the Pokemon Center second floor attendant. Is there something you need? No, that's okay. Okay, I don't think we're gonna interact with this. This is the mystery gift guy, right? May only be accessed once you have defeated the Pokemon League. Yeah, I saw in their notes on one of the files, it was like you can use these mystery gift codes to get a few things that aren't in the game yet. Okay, let's check out here. You. I mean, excuse me. Hi there, may I help you? Wait, you're telling me Professor Log sent you to get his package? Uh-oh, I thought that guy smelled fishy. Here's the deal, kid. I already gave the package to the man who was just here. But if you want to blame anyone for this mix-up, blame Professor Log. I told him he needed to tell me who he'd be sending, but he just kept saying, someone will get it. There's nothing I can do for you at this point, but maybe if you chase after that man, you can catch him before he gets too far. Hi there. Do I have anything to sell? Not really. We need to buy an antidote, right? How many Pokeballs do we have? We got 3. We probably need some more of those as well. Let's buy 2. Nope, not 11. 2 antidotes, so I can have one for myself as well. How many potions do we have? We got 2 potions, that's fine. Buy 1 Paralyze Heal. We have 1 Ice Heal already. And then let's buy some Pokeballs. Like 10 Pokeballs? Oh, you get Premier Balls in this? I totally forgot about that. That when you buy 10 Pokeballs, you get Premier Balls. I'd like to buy a ton of Ice Heals. My Pokemon don't really get frozen often, but it never hurts to have extra items in my queue. Should stock up on a lot of potions. You never know when it'll be in a pinch. When you'll be in a pinch and you need some quick healing. We got 2 potions. That's not any at all. So, okay, everything's all healed up. Now, where the heck? Oh, so there's a little cave over there. Can't get to it. It seems like maybe we'll get rock climb early in this game because there's lots of rock climbing stuff already. Did you receive the package from the mart? Yes, I did, sir. You were discreet in doing so? I was, sir. I even ran into one of the 2 I let escape from the warehouse, but I chose to avoid a confrontation. As far as I'm aware, I wasn't followed. Good work. Say you're back on the road to earning whatever you asked for when you joined us. Was a mechanical leg for my mother, sir. Okay. Legs, arms, another head, whatever. As long as this package contains all the goods that we need for the operation, the scientists will build as many limbs as your mother wants. I'm heading north of Frozen Heights to capture the target. Report back to Zeph and inform him of my current status. Yes, sir. Okay, well... why don't we talk to this guy? Oh, yeah, I know. So it doesn't count. I went to the Pokemart. Look, it's not my fault that someone else took the package first. Alright, well... I guess we're gonna stop right here. We gotta go back. Oh, you go this way. So we'll go this path next. But we're gonna go ahead, save here. And we'll be back in the next one starting here. Probably gonna do shorter episodes, but this one we didn't have that much battling anyways. We did catch a few Pokemon, but we'll continue on. Hopefully you enjoyed this one. Be sure to let me know if you want me to play by certain rules, if you care about me like cheating to catch Pokemon or whatever, if you want me to speed it up. We can probably make any of those things happen, or I'll just do my preference. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one.